All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game. This game promises to be good. It is a gold level replay. Highly recommended, and I have no idea what's going to happen between perhaps two of the biggest old school names, OG names in WarCraft 3. Infi spawning as the random undead player on the bottom left-hand side of Concealed Hill, going up against a man who needs no introduction in the WarCraft 3 community, Moon spawning as the Pink Night Elf. Moon, his original OG nickname was the Fifth Race, as he played, well, Night Elf in a way where a lot of other players didn't play. In fact, he reinvented Night Elf so much that other players started to adopt his particular style, and well, it almost feels like the Moon style has become Night Elf even further, and therefore, well, no longer using that fifth race name. Now, we are looking at Infi choosing random and getting undead. Infi, I believe, has actually stepped away from the professional scene and really mainly focusing on streaming, but still playing WarCraft 3 at a very high level. Being able to come up with off-the-wall strategies on the fly, and just his repertoire of an understanding of the game is so high, he seems like he can throw anything at you and have it work out as a viable strategy. Now, Moon decides to open things up with a Demon Hunter instead of the more traditional, well, I can't even say traditional, instead of the more current meta Keeper of the Grove and Ancient of War. Higher level Demon Hunter means higher level mana burn, which means better shutdown of that Death Knight and that Lich. We've all seen how, undead heroes, or any hero for that matter, who is left unchecked, can really deal large amounts of damage. All right, Ogre Warrior going to get taken down. Demon Hunter already up to 7 armor, as the, Ancient of War going to be used to try and tank the rest of that damage as the Archer tries to give the experience to everyone. Death Knight now out here onto the battlefield, open things up with a Death Coil, going to try and clear up this creep camp fairly fast. 4-3-3 creep camp, excuse me. And Ogre Warrior going to get taken down, and then following up with the Forest Troll Berserkers. All right, the Berserker and that Trapper, both with medium armor, going to get taken down pretty quickly as the Demon Hunter now makes its way across and now trying to lay a mana burn down onto that Death Knight. Death Knight taking a little bit there, but what is this? Moon ventures in a bit forth, and that was just a receiving of a beautiful present right there. Demon Hunter, however, able to escape. We see a very early potential surround there. A lot of damage absorbed by that Demon Hunter, but remember, that Demon Hunter had that additional +3 ring of protection that actually, made that entire situation a bit less scarier than it possibly could have been. If he had actually stolen the other ring of protection +3 as well, that would have been a pretty big change there, as the Demon Hunter of Moon, accidentally aggroes the creeps a bit earlier. He wants to try and, heal up at that fountain of health over here on the high ground, but got there just a bit too soon. All right, Demon Hunter still low on hit points, now trying to come back around. And what is Infi's strategy behind this? Well, he knows that the Demon Hunter is low on hit points and wants to perhaps punish his opponent, as we're going to be looking at a very low hit point Ghoul trying to retreat back. All right, Demon Hunter trying to go after that Ghoul there. That poison really starting to eat up quite a bit of damage, or quite a bit of hit points, as the Death Knight gets a Death Coil onto the Demon Hunter, who is now down to 61 hit points. He's doing a little bit of a dance back and forth. There's Dust of Appearance Archer. What is happening here? Demon Hunter really going after some units, forcing to use a Scroll of Town Portal, and a Moon, forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal there, drinking up some of his Moon Wells and now venturing back out forth, but he does seem quite a bit behind. Now, behind this, though, he does have a proxy Ancient of War, a second Ancient of War training up Huntresses, and this is going to be, trying to punish that early undead expansion. Going after a Ghoul. Ghoul is going to end up getting taken down. There's a mana burn there. That Ghoul will actually be able to escape free. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter is now in a bit of trouble. There's a detonation there. Gets up to level 2. Ring of Regeneration. Now regenerating quite a bit of those hit points as it's trying to get back up onto the high ground there. There's a bit of deny once again as the Demon Hunter now heads off to the north. Now, This is all being, well, Moon is building all of this kind of secretly off to the side here. A ghoul could end up getting taken down. One more shot onto that ghoul, and it will end up falling. Demon Hunter, well, does Infi realize that, well, those huntresses are coming in from a rather strange location, and he's now trying to perhaps find where exactly that is happening. Perhaps also going to be placing down ancient protectors here to try and tower up his opponent, and he is. All right, this is definitely a play out of a StarCraft playbook, and doing 2 base versus 1 base, and then trying to tower your opponent, knowing that, well, his economy hasn't really finally caught up. Huntresses, however, are going to be met with a swarm of ghouls, and now in comes a surround. There's a dust of appearance as the ghouls are going to perhaps get taken down. One more shot. Nope, not going to be enough. That Huntress didn't turn around to attack. All right, a little bit of damage coming back around here. Demon Hunter does have that Ring of Protection and a Ring of Regeneration. Glaives are actually doing quite a bit of bounce damage across, as we're trying to see surrounds now continuing to hit across multiple units. The Ancient Protectors are now nearly done, and a Moon with a tower attempt here could suddenly force, well, Infi to try and rebuild his base at this location. All right, Mana Burn now onto the Death Knight. Death Knight nearly at level 3, and the Demon Hunter now switching directions, knowing that the Ancient Protectors just need to come in around the corner, as we are at a crypt already. Necropolis now down. A couple of low hit point ghouls there. Units now coming back off to the north, and surprise, the forest is alive to greet you. All right. The forest is alive. Dual Ancient Protectors in position here. Ultra of Darkness is not summoning up anything else. We are still at Necropolis. Yeah, Ultra of Darkness, obviously, since we are only at tier 1, and the Huntresses with their glaive bounce damage can really rack up a large amount here. Infi has a large amount of lumber, no surprise, since he did go for that many ghouls, and now finally transitioning into Crypt Fiends, but it may be too little, too late, as the Crypt itself is now in danger of getting taken out. All right. Ancient Protectors still moving their way forward. Ancient of Wonders trying to build a little bit of additional base defense here, as the Crypt, well, now going to be absorbing quite a bit of damage. Ancient Protectors unable to really rack up that much damage here, as Ancient Protectors are going to be, well, rooting themselves in position here and now trying to, well, fight back against the Nerubian Tower. All right, another Ultra of Darkness is going to get taken down. There it goes. Finally taking out ghouls. Gonna, well, take a little bit of piercing or damage from those Ancient Protectors, and that glaive bounce damage. The Demon Hunter with that Ring of Regeneration, well, damage is just doesn't seem to be sticking onto him, especially with Moonwells back at home. We are still only at tier 1 after all this time, as this Nerubian Tower has suffered quite a bit of damage, and now glaive throwers are being thrown into the mix as well. All right, glaive throwers being thrown in here. Nerubian Towers are going to absolutely get shut down. Tier 1 siege, as, well, this base is completely, well, seems already lost. Beautifully played, beautifully handled, beautifully done, as the Ancient Protectors are rooting into position. Staff of Teleportation inbound. Death Knight now tries to show up to the party. A ghoul runs on in here, doesn't get the memo that he shouldn't be trying to engage, as the Necropolis could end up falling as well. All right, it looks as though, yes, a handful of glaives are here. Ghouls are going to try and swarm in here, as the units are now trying to retreat back. Here's a bit of damage as the Ancient Protectors, well, trying to protect those 2 glaive throwers in the back here, as the ghouls are just diving on in. So much damage being added in. Scroll of Healing being used there, as the glaive throwers are ducking and diving there and weaving their way through all of this traffic here. Ancient Protectors, well, Wisp now trying to come over and bring in a little bit of protection here. There's some repairs underway, and one glaive thrower actually protected by some Wisp, and a second glaive thrower, I believe that was the original glaive thrower, wasn't even taken down. After all of that, Infi ends up, well, unable to save his main base. All right, teching the tier 2 at the expansion location. There's Crypt Fiends now getting added in once more. Ghouls are trying to take down units as they are making their way out across the battlefield, as the, well, unsummoning of the buildings is already taking place. Death Knight trying to, well, salvage the remainder of this base here. There's one dead ghoul. It gets taken down. A Demon Hunter now sitting at level 3. Perhaps wants to land a level 2 mana burn onto that Death Knight, as the Death Knight, still tries to retreat back here. All right, Crypt Fiends, plenty of piercing damage. And after all of this craziness, we are still sitting on a 1-base undead teching the tier 2 compared to a 1-base Night Elf who could perhaps set up an expansion at his opponent's starting base. Glaive Thrower is now joining in on the fight across here. Crypts now still training up more Crypt Fiends. A new Glaive Thrower off to the north. Demon Hunter is going to, well, already looks like it landed some mana burns perhaps. Trying to finish off more things here, trying to rack up damage. And there goes level 3 onto the Death Knight. Level 2 mana burn, removing much of the mana on that Death Knight as the ghouls are just trying to swarm across the other side. Demon Hunter sitting at level 3, Death Knight sitting at level 3, charging back the other way. Ghouls could perhaps, well, at 1 or 2 could get taken down here. No, it does not look like it. The glaives, or the glaives of the Huntresses are not finishing off those ghouls. All right, simple retreat back once more. Units are now retreating back again. Ancient Protectors rooting themselves into position. No Tree of Life expansion to be seen as of yet, as the Demon Hunter now in quite a bit of trouble. He needs to break free somehow, and he is currently surrounded down to 100 hit points, down to 80 hit points. Going to get taken down there, and that is going to give some big experience to that Death Knight. All right, tech to tier 3 now already begun. Lich is getting added in, and Infi sitting at 34 over 50 supply compared to Moon's 38 over 50. Ancient Protectors are firing back as quickly as they can to try and shut things down. Huntresses going after those Crypt Fiends as well, or perhaps trying to take down some of those Acolytes. A little bit of splash damage could go badly, as the Death Knight nearing level 4 could end up, well, getting to level 4, as that Huntress was in fact low on hit points. Ancient of War is uprooted. Demon Hunter looks like it was resurrected at the tavern and now going to join in on the fight here, perhaps try to get to level 4. A little bit of damage coming back across. Demon Hunter going straight after this Forest Troll High Priest, and then also hiring up a Goblin Shredder. Demon Hunter should get to level 4 here with absolutely no problem. Potion of Greater Mana dropped. Perhaps wanted a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability or Potion of Healing, but that will do, as the Demon Hunter, well, retreats back now. Death Knight has his partner in crime in that Lich. Tech to tier 3 already halfway done, as the Ancient Protectors here are, well, just rooting in position. Perhaps could make a migration over towards the only base of Infi, that expansion. Wait, why is Night Elf expanding at the lower left of the map? Why is the spawning port of Undead weird? It isn't weird. The main base was taken out, and, well, only the expansion remains. Coming back around, Death Knight using Gargoyles to clear out of this Red Drake creep camp. Should be able to do it fairly quickly. Needs to be careful, though, as the Forest Troll Berserkers do rack up quite a bit of damage. All right, Gargoyles now going to go ahead and switch targets back onto the ground. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter sitting at level 4 has picked up a Pendant of Energy and now really wants to see some sort of second hero, perhaps a Tavern hero, in order to transfer some of these items. Potion of Greater Mana and a Pendant of Energy would go well on on a Panda in particular, being able to use that Breath of Fire very aggressively, even at level 1. All right, with that said, we are going now into Dual Ancients of Lore, and that is going to be extremely helpful to deal with the gargoyles that are currently roaming the skies. That piercing damage is currently going completely unchallenged, as the Demon Hunter is just dancing around back and forth here. Ogre Magi going to get taken down. Potion of Replenishment is going to be a beautiful item, as that will keep some of those Moonwells a bit more topped off, as the Demon Hunter should be able to replenish a good amount of hit points and mana, saving the Moonwells for another day. The Moonwells are completely filled right now. Perhaps the upgrade should be in order. Meanwhile, the bottom left-hand side of the map, still no Tree of Life, as the Gargoyles are just rounding around the skies. Demon Hunter back up to full here. There's a Mana Burn. There's a Death Coil exchange, as the Lich is out here on the battlefield. No Frost Nova onto that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter just shy of level 5. 8 experience shy. And once we have level 3 Mana Burn, things are definitely going to be changing. All right, are we looking at a second hero? Don't see a second hero as of yet. Tree of Ages now upgrading that Nature's Blessing. to perhaps bring over these ancient protectors. All right, going to be going into an engagement now. Level 4 Death Knight, level 2 Lich going up against a solo level 4 Demon Hunter. And it's really going to come down to how early that Demon Hunter can get to level 5 and how effective his level 3 mana burn is going to be against all of these units. Naga Sea Witch, the third and final hero here, could come across, get a little bit of damage. There's a mana burn straight up onto that Lich, but a lot of damage being absorbed by that Demon Hunter already. Unit's going to try and retreat back. Demon Hunter still dancing around across multiple. Can they get another mana burn there? But what is Moon doing? Suffering, besides suffering large amounts of damage, has the potion of lesser invulnerability, going to try and perhaps mana burn that Naga Sea Witch as well. Dryad's going to try and dive on into that position, get racking up that damage there. Gargoyles are going after the Dryads. There's another mana burn once more. Demon Hunter going after the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch down to 69, 70 hit points. One mana burn should be enough. One mana, why isn't it mana burning? There it goes. Mana burn gets up to level 5. Naga Sea Witch falls at level 1, but at what cost? As well, the Demon Hunter is completely away from all of the action. Now needs to run all the way back from the south and finally shows up to the party. Should be getting some more mana burns. Yes, onto the Obsidian statue. Didn't train up level 3 mana burn, only trained up level 2 mana burn and level 2 evasion. Finally gets up to level 3. Is that 50 mana going to make a big difference here as the Demon Hunter continuing to push on through? Demon Hunter trying to retreat back here. I believe the Obsidian statue that was mana burned was already taken down, as there is still a lot of damage to be racked up. Demon Hunter trying to go after more targets here, perhaps going to go after the other Obsidian statue in the back that still has a bit of mana, as the death, there's another mana burn going across on the Obsidian statue, removing, well, precious mana from the Obsidian statue, and, well, thereby health and mana on those heroes. Meanwhile, down to the south here, Ancient Protectors have gotten into position and are now rooted themselves, and with that Nature's Blessing, getting quite a bit more armor. Going to go ahead and try and eat up more trees as the ghouls down to the south unable to do very much. That Nature's Blessing upgrade allowing that to happen as the units are now making their way down to the south. Ancient of Wonders here, Ancient of War still being placed down as the Death Knight now trying to, well, take down some of these production buildings. Dryads now making their way down to the south here as the Naga Sea Witch is back out here onto the battlefield, only to see that there's triple Ancient Protectors causing quite a bit of problems. All right, Dryads pushing their way through. Demon Hunter, and, well, doesn't have any way to easily heal. Perhaps trying to drop off units at the Fountain of Health would actually be a good call, as the Demon Hunter looking to finish off of this Black Citadel. One Dryad getting taken down by the auto defense of that Black Citadel. Gargoyles continuing to push back on through. Ancient Protector taking quite a bit of damage as, well, Infi realizes, what, I cannot go into a base race scenario, especially with so many Ancient Protectors nearby here. Gargoyles are trying to take down the Ancient Protectors, but this army is not very effective at taking down buildings, as you can see, more better at taking down units, as another Abomination going to get taken down. Moon and now trying to push back the other way, perhaps trying to get another mana burn onto some of those other units there, but having a difficult time doing so, as the Gargoyles are trying to challenge the Dryads, but with the Ancient Protectors backing them up, having a bit of difficulty. All right, Goblins, I believe that was some Goblin Sapper play, taking on both of these Ziggurats here, as Infi is now upside down on supply, unable to train up any additional units. Demon Hunter has a Scroll of Healing as well, trying to make his way on through, perhaps trying to survive here. The Ancient Protector down to 50 hit points, could end up getting taken down. One final shot there. Nope, not yet. Dryad getting taken down. Ancient Protector still alive temporarily, as there's only one Ancient Protector now. Dual Obsidian Statues. Ancient of War now joining in from behind here. That is a 7 armor, heavy armor damage dealing unit. Gonna go ahead and try and heal up, as well as the Demon Hunter looks to retreat back. Does have an Ancient of Wonders here. Could buy a potion of healing. Does have a potion of healing, and we'll see what he does with that. Naga Sea Witch gets mana burned there. No big surprise. Demon Hunter continuing to try and come back down, as the Ancient Protector now absorbing some of the damage coming in from that Black Citadel. 32 supply compared to 50. Infi still has the larger army. The pressure is being applied by Mundo as a destroyer. Well, it tries to do a quick flyby there. There is a rooting of that Ancient of War acting as a bit of a stationary defense with that fortified armor, and, well, it will take reduced damage from all of the points of damage from the undead. However, it looks as though Infi may be able to have a hold here and be able to fend off his opponent, as Moon finally tries to set up an expansion 19 and a half minutes into this game. Not your typical game whatsoever, as the Demon Hunter now looks to retreat back. All right, there is a potion of healing used right there. Gonna go ahead and heal back up all this. Moon at a 24 supply army compared to Infi's 44. Plenty of ghouls trying to, well, collect all of that lumber here. Plenty of repairs going on as Infi no longer supply blocked. All right, Demon Hunter healing up rather nicely. Going to get back up to at least 800 hit points before venturing out. Don't make me a liar. There you are, back up to 800 hit points there. Now going to go ahead and mana burn that that Lich again. Naga Sea Witch still sitting at level 1 after all this time. Gargoyles now moving off to the north side here, perhaps checking if there is an expansion. Moon knowing that he needs to stop this. Is he going to spot these gargoyles? Yes, he is. Gargoyles could end up getting focused down pretty quickly. There goes one gargoyle already, and that Demon Hunter is still getting closer and closer to level 6. Solo Demon Hunter play is incredibly important. Ancient Protectors are in position to try and protect against those gargoyles, as they could still try and do a bit of harassment. In the middle portion of the map now, Demon Hunter of Moon continuing to just constantly harass the Death Knight, that Lich, and that Naga Sea Witch, as the Ogre Lord represents a big bounty of experience and perhaps that item. Demon Hunter coming back around, though, wants to try and land a mana burn somewhere, as the Dryads are now showing up to the party. Level 5 now finally on that Death Knight. Gonna go see an engagement. Demon Hunter now being forced to retreat back. What is happening here? Ensnares going down, and this is a 3-way battle here on Concealed Hill, as the Naga Sea Witch uses a potion of lesser invulnerability. Demon Hunter down to 259 hit points. Doesn't have to worry about, well, Death Coil, Frost Nova, as he's been keeping those other units in check. Meanwhile, the Ogre Lord has constantly been getting healed. Naga Sea Witch falls at level 2. I don't know, maybe the Demon Hunter got the kill there, as he's now up to 5.8, as the Death Knight finishes things off and ends up only getting Legion of Doomhorn as that item. A slight was that 7% increased movement speed and 0.3 life regeneration. So not the item he was looking for. Demon Hunter comes back, realizes that he just needed a little bit more staying power in order to really be effective overall. Acolyte perhaps going to try and expand back to his starting location, as the main gold mine has already fallen. So Moon is now down to 1 base only on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Infi only has 6 minutes of mining left in his starting expansion, so to speak. Coming back around, and Demon Hunter are going to perhaps try and find a little bit more damage. There's a mana burn, though. Demon Hunter gets up to level 6, and that could be a game changer as well. Level 6 Demon Hunter now needs to retreat back. Could really use that Metamorphosis to try to rack up a bit of damage, but doesn't have that Orb of Venom to apply the damage over time, in addition to having a open chaos damage in that metamorphic state. Or in the state of metamorphosis. All right. Tree of Ages has now moved to the middle portion of the map, trying to gain a little bit of an economic advantage. Demon Hunter looking to clear up all of this easy creep camps here. Perhaps get a little bit of additional gold. I'm not going to get any more experience. Perhaps getting a little bit more stats as well, as the Destroyers, Lich, and Naga Sea Witch once again all together back out here on the battlefield. All right. 2 bases versus 1 full saturation trying to be obtained, trying to train up more wisps, as the Dryads are going to be coming in from behind here and perhaps trying to poke apart at some of these units. Are they going to try and just simply run by? Dryads are taking a little bit of damage here. Mana burn going down, as well as the Dryads are trying to, well, shut down all of those Destroyers. Crypt Fiends also getting cleaned up here. Obsidian statues gonna get poked at, as well as the Demon Hunter with Metamorphosis really causing quite a bit of problems. All right. Demon Hunter looking to finish things off, going to go ahead and make his way back down to the south. No, not going to be doing that. I would have thought the Demon Hunter would have wanted to use that Metamorphosis for as long as he could, putting pressure and keeping the pressure while he was at it. Instead, he will take the fact that his opponent, Infi, has retreated and take that time to mine off of 2 bases, getting a little bit of a gold advantage, even though he is in low upkeep. Dryads are retreating back. The abominations do have disease cloud, making damage really stick on these dryads, even with that additional regeneration at an artificial nightfall. He is unable to stay around now. All right, dryads are hoping to engage here, perhaps going to try and flank a little bit more. There's a little bit of poke damage onto those dryads once again as the demon hunter now making its way back over. Beautiful potion of lesser invulnerability to shave off damage from that level 3 death coil. Demon Hunter still continuing to fight his way through. Could it perhaps take down the Naga Sea Witch? Naga Sea Witch gets a potion of lesser invulnerability transferred. Mana burn onto the Lich as well. So it is 3 undead heroes going up against a classic Demon Hunter. There's a death coil there as the Death Knight still has a little bit of mana once more. Demon Hunter being forced to retreat. Low hit point Dryad should perhaps be retreating, and having a place for the Dryads to perhaps regenerate hit points is going to be absolutely necessary. Ziggurat here is going to get cleaned up. Demon Hunter, Staff with Teleportation, joins back in on the battlefield. Scroll of Healing to heal up all of these units once again, and then perhaps make their way back over. Mana burn onto the Death Knight, but the Death Knight gets off a Death Coil in time. As well, racking up damage onto that Demon Hunter. All right, low hit point Abomination going to get taken down. Demon Hunter gets another mana burn off onto another unit. Not quite sure which one this time around, as the Lich, it's still chasing back the other way. Demon Hunter Metamorphosis still has another 50 seconds to go, trying to buy another Scroll of Healing. Is it going to be used here? Well, tries to use the Scroll of Healing. That Dryad didn't get any part of the heal, as all of these Dryads now head back off to the north. Solo Demon Hunter with Dryads. Death Knight now continuing to engage and trying to blow this game wide open. Army sizes, Infi still having the advantage, 47 compared to 42, but we are looking at the expansion on the bottom left now being established. Meanwhile, Moon has taken the center, King of the Hill style gold mine in the middle portion of the map, and he is still able to mine fairly openly and freely. Demon Hunter down to the south here, sitting at level 6. Metamorphosis about to come online, as this gold mine is not going to be able to be constructed or completed, as the main, the center gold mine, the hill gold mine, now getting pressured. All right, the Ancient of War is fighting back quite a bit. Dryads are trying to focus down a bit more as the Demon Hunter shows back up onto the battlefield, as the Ancient of War does need to perhaps heal up a little bit. There is Metamorphosis there. There's a potion of... No, didn't use the potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Has a Scroll of Healing as well. Is he going to use the potion of Lesser Invulnerability? That is the question there. Metamorphosis, Chaos damage, range Chaos damage with a little bit of splash as well. Mana burn onto some more there as the potion of Lesser Invulnerability is used. Demon Hunter regenerating still quite a bit of hit points, but now needs to retreat back as he does not want to end up falling. Everything hinges on that Demon Hunter staying alive. His most powerful unit is also his most important unit. If he loses it at this stage in the game, I do not believe he will be able to recover. Demon Hunter picking up some more healing. There's some more. That Moonwell is fairly full at the bottom, as the center expansion also cannot fall either. What is the play here, as the Demon Hunter now going to be coming back up to 1,000 hit points and has a potion of healing, purposely waiting for Metamorphosis to finish so that he could come back in with full hit points. Mana burn onto the Death Knight. Death Knight does not get off a Death Coil. Meanwhile, Lich could get off a Frost Nova here. There's that Frost Nova there, as the Demon Hunter trying to finish off one or the major hero here. Meanwhile, Meat Wagons getting pressured and could end up getting taken down. Demon Hunter staying at level 6, still trying to stay alive, down to 286 hit points, trying to retreat back here as the Demon Hunter needs to find a way to heal, but Obsidian statues are getting destroyed in the process. Demon Hunter now going after the Crypt Fiends. Crypt Fiends taking quite a bit of damage. Are we going to see some damage onto the Demon Hunter? Demon Hunter taking some cold arrows, now being forced to retreat back, as well as there is one Ancient Protector in the back hiding behind the Tree of Ages, and I'm offering a bit of protection still. All right, Dryads are healing at the Fountain of Health here. This Tree of Ages could end up being destroyed. Dryads, are they going to try and make their way? There is still an expansion off over here, as Infi looks like he will be able to get this Haunted Gold Mine up and running and reclaim the economic lead. Infi has been playing a beautiful game, and it looks like... but Moon is looking to try and close out the door here as we finally see some repairs onto this Tree of Ages. No Frost Nova available. Demon Hunter needs the mana burn. No, Lich casts Frost Armor instead as the Naga Sea Witch now down to 98 hit points, forcing a Scroll of Town Portal. Are we going to see some more mana burns departing here? There's a 100-point mana burn depart as repairs are underway on that Tree of Ages. And that's got to be frustrating for Moon, seeing that Tree of Ages get into, red hit point range, only to be forced to try and retreat back as the repairs are now nearly done. All right. Meat Wagon. Disease Cloud offering ways to clear up the Dryads that we're trying to push in here. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter sitting at level 7, looking to clear out the remainder of this Red Drake creep camp. Could pick up some useful items. What is that item there? It is a Sobi mask, not the item that he was looking for, but useful enough in its own way. All right, Ogre Warrior going to get taken down. Level 7 Demon Hunter with plenty of hit point and mana regeneration now. Looks to finish things off. Nearly an 80 supply army of just a Demon Hunter and Mass Dryads. Yeah. 76 over 80 supply. Infi sitting at 50 over 50. The expansion gold mine is now gone. And it's now coming down to, how much gold is left here. After all is said and done, Infi may just run out of gold on his gold mines, and that would be that would just be him eventually just sputtering out. Demon Hunter goes in quickly in the Metamorphosis, going to go ahead and try and get some damage. There's a mana burn down now, and Demon Hunter now looking to retreat back. There's another Death Coil as well, down to 700 hit points as an Abomination quickly taken down. All right, that Chaos damage. 34 to 56 chaos damage, continuing to put pressure. Thank you for the follow, as more damage is still racking up. Crypt Fiends are now trying to stick their heads in the sand. Perhaps they're going to win out another way here, as there is a handful of burrowed Crypt Fiends, as the Death Knight now is trying to staff a teleportation. Now Infi ends up losing the Death Knight, and that may just be it there. Not having enough at all. Mana burn onto a Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch down to dead as a final shot in the back with that, chaos damage following things up. All right, one final shot there. Mana burn could go down onto some of those other units as the Dryads perhaps know that there are units burrowed in the sand here, but doesn't have any way to easily take them out. 69 supply compared to 80 units now looking to retreat back as the Demon Hunter looking to fight their way through. There is a reveal there, trying to find all of those burrowed Crypt Fiends. The reveal does not last that long, but lasting long enough as the Demon Hunter now sits at level 8. Level 8 Demon Hunter going to pick up another Scroll of Healing, I believe. There you are. And now perhaps make its way back over. You can see this Scroll of Healing would have positively affected that Dryad army, and the Moon winning ultimately by just mining more gold than his opponent, being able to shut down his opponent early on, and really only training Demon Hunter, Huntresses, maybe there was an Archer or two early on, and then Mass Dryads, a nearly 80 over 80 supply army of Dryads there, ultimately coming away with the victory. The big the hero score, a single level 8 Demon Hunter going up against a level 5 Death Knight, level 4 Lich, and a level 3 Naga Sea Witch. Let me know what you guys thought about this game. Did the game live up to its gold status? And leave comments below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.